Welcome back to The Cabin Podcast. I'm Andrea Belke.
And I'm Megan Christian.
The Cabin is brought to you by the Wisconsin Counties Association and something special from Wisconsin. If you're watching on YouTube, I feel weird, Megan.
I know.
You're far away from me.
We're far apart today.
Now you're on the couch. Everything's so weird.
Yeah, well, also, guys, we do have a new little guest today. A couple weeks ago, we went to the Wisconsin State Fair, and Josh won us this moose. So I think that we should name them.
Yeah, so if you're just listening, we'll describe what's happening here. I'm sitting in the chairs like normal. Megan's now on the couch. She's holding this stuffed moose, which is pretty big.
The head is like 4 times the size of mine.
Yeah.
So
Josh, we were playing games at the state fair, and it was one of those games where you know that there's like a trick to it and that they're fooling you. But Josh actually won a game. Yeah. It was where he had to throw a ball at these 3 cans that were stacked on top of each other, making a triangle. And he actually did it. So he won this moose.
Well, shout out, because it's perfect for the cabin. What should we name him?
Could be basic. Moosey.
Yeah.
Lucy the Moose.
Lucy the Moosey.
Lucy the Moosey? Cute. I love it.
Iconic. It's easy. Okay, well, we're going to be talking a little bit about our summer bucket list, but what have you been up to this summer?
This summer, I mean, I'm sure everyone feels the same way. It is flying by.
Yeah.
We're mid-August now. I don't know where the time has gone. I've been so busy.
I know. Same.
And I wanted to do summer bucket list, and I know you did too, Megan, because I feel like before you know it, it's going to be fall and the summer is over. Not to get depressing, but I want to make sure I'm hitting everything I can.
Right.
And sometimes if I don't plan things, I don't actually get around to it.
Well, I also feel like prepping for this episode has made me go to some of these places. So it's kind of cool to see those new places too.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about some of the things we've done recently that we think, if you haven't done them, you could put on your summer bucket list. And then we're going to read a couple that we still want to do before the summer's over.
Yeah.
It does lead me to the question, very important question. When do you think fall starts in your head?
You know, we've like talked about this before, and I will keep saying it. September. Like, I don't care what day in September. It's just September. You know, once it's not August anymore, my brain automatically is like, okay, I gotta switch the colors in my house to have orange in them.
So you think September 1st,
yes,
it's fall.
Yes. But okay, I will say HomeGoods already started putting out Halloween stuff.
Disgraceful.
And it is disgraceful. I'm not happy about it. I tried to go buy beach towels the other day and couldn't because it's all Halloween stuff.
That is shocking to me.
HomeGoods, I love you if you're listening, but like, come on, can we just bump back the Halloween a couple weeks?
So I have to hard disagree with you. For me, September is still summer. I feel that October 1st marks fall. Now, technically, September 22nd is the official first day of fall.
Yeah. So you go more off of the weather then, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel that September, you're still getting 70s, 80s.
Yeah, I suppose. But like September, I feel like it's when Door County starts to get really pretty because the colors change at different parts of the year in different parts of Wisconsin. Up north, you get the fall colors a little earlier just because of the different climate, I guess. But I don't know. I feel like I got to stay true to September 1st is when fall starts. Cabin listeners, you got to tell us, when does fall start for you? Is it beginning of September? Are you like HomeGoods and you're like, no, I'm ready for Halloween and it's still August? I got to know.
Or are you a truther and it's September 22nd is the start of fall?
Or are you like Andrea, where you think that fall is after fall starts?
It's October 1st. It's October. We probably talked about this too long, but I do want to pull one more person that's in the room. So I will also say we have somebody new in the cabin. He's filling in as audio engineer for Nick. So everybody welcome Gavin.
Yay.
Hello, cabin listeners.
Yeah. So Gavin, well, tell us a little bit about where you're from. You're born in Wisconsin, right?
I am born and raised in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So Packer fan through and through.
Okay.
It's in the blood. And as far as fall goes, I think it's kind of between when the colors and the leaves turn. But I do think September is still a little bit of summer.
Okay.
Because it's warm and it's nice. I'm born on October 1st, so I'd like to think that's the start of fall.
Gavin's like, fall revolves around me.
It does.
Okay, well, I want to talk about some stuff that we've already done on our summer bucket list.
Mhm.
So do you want to start?
Yeah. So some things I've done, I think some of these are pretty obvious. Like if you live in Wisconsin, you've lived here your whole life. But as someone who was born here, grew up here, moved to New York for 10 years and came back, I feel like I'm seeing Wisconsin in a whole new lens.
Yeah.
So I'm getting to do things that a lot of people have done a lot, but it's really fun for me. So I just went hiking at Devil's Lake for the first time as
you
an
love
adult.
it?
Loved it. I mean, you have the rock formations, you have the iconic lookouts. I had so much fun. It's beautiful. I mean, it's, you know, people talk highly of it and it's all for a good reason because you have the lake, you have the hiking.
Yeah.
It's so great.
I haven't been to Devil's Lake in a long time. I think last time I went was probably sophomore or junior year of high school. But yeah, those hikes are amazing. Obviously, like, be super careful, know the trails that you're on, but the views are unmatched in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I had such a great time. And I think a good little road trip, you could do like a day trip or maybe an overnight, depending on where you're from, obviously. But you can do Devil's Lake. You can kind of head up to Baraboo. I went to Driftless Glen Distillery.
Yes.
And also, we didn't go to this one, but Tumbled Rock Brewery and Kitchen's also there in Baraboo. But it's kind of cool just to explore just like, you know, a town that I hadn't really been to.
Yeah.
So going there. And then while you're in that area, maybe you can stay in Spring Green. There's a lot to do in Spring Green. And we had been talking about going there. And so I finally went there. And I loved it. Went to House on the Rock. So
love House on the Rock.
I think that if you haven't been to House on the Rock, it's a great opportunity to go.
Yeah.
And it's not going to disappoint.
House on the Rock, all I got to say is if you're going, plan to be there for at least 4 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Because you want to do the full walk. There's so much to do there. I know you have a little bit of history on it.
Yeah. So House on the Rock, the creator of this, the architect was Alex Jordan. So he was born in 1914 in Madison. And the grand opening of House on the Rock was 1959. It opened to the public.
Yep.
But Alex Jordan was not a traditional architect.
No.
He's kind of an eccentric guy. He didn't really like to do press.
No.
He was a collector of
many things.
Many things. I mean, I don't want to talk anything bad about this guy. I don't know.
He was
him.
interesting to say the least.
Yes.
And they have different books at House on the Rock where you can read up on him and everything. But did you go in the Infinity Room?
Yeah.
Did you feel like the weirdest you've ever felt? Like totally off equilibrium?
Yes. So the Infinity Room was the part that's built up on this rock.
Yes.
And it goes out to a point and you can walk out on it. And basically this pointed room that just juts out on this rock is just hanging in the air.
Yeah. And there's like a mirror at the end of it. So
that
you can
keeps
see everything.
going.
Yeah. It's weird. It's really trippy. And I got to the middle and I was like, I am so dizzy right now. I need to turn around.
It doesn't feel safe.
No.
It is safe. I mean, I know they test it, they make sure, but knowing also that Alex Jordan wasn't like, I mean, I guess technically he is a real architect because he made all this, but
yeah.
It's a little unsettling, but I think I highly recommend walking out, experiencing it. And then basically this is a museum that he built. It is kind of a house, but even when he was building it, he didn't really live there. He also had an apartment in Madison and he just collected things. When I was walking through this, I didn't understand where did he get the money from? I mean, he's collected things from all around the world, a lot of Asian influence, a giant organ room where this huge organ. And then he also has all these self-playing instruments that are just playing by themselves. You put a coin in.
It's the world's largest indoor carousel. And you can walk through it and it just keeps going. You're like, when does this end? Like
the carousel, there's 269 animals and not one is a horse. Yeah. They're all these hybrid animals. I mean,
there's also like the really creepy doll windows. Like that place is insane. I do believe it's also the world's largest royal collection of royal things.
The guy had connections.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got all this stuff. It was fascinating. It's eerie. It's beautiful. It's a trip. It is a trip. And it's great for adults. It's great for kids. I mean, it's very overstimulating. So just know that going into it.
But it is also accessible, which is nice.
Yes.
Most of it is pretty accessible. They also have House on the Rock Resort, which is just down the road, so you can stay there. They have a golf course that you can do. I know they have a restaurant. It's open limited hours, so be sure to check before you go.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of House on the Rock?
I mean, I think
Or
that,
like most trippy part?
I think we spent a lot of time there's different rooms. There's so many different rooms and they're huge. There was one that was kind of a under the sea influence. So there's
I love that one.
huge whale.
And it has the Titanic exhibits.
Yep. And they had the Titanic exhibits. They had a lot of other shipwrecks. And I think I spent the most time reading about the history of this because I watched Titanic and I've looked up facts about it, but it has so much history. And I learned a lot about the Titanic and everything and all these other like really notable shipwrecks that I maybe didn't spend enough time learning about.
Yeah.
So I think that was really cool. And just the way that everything is displayed there. And then, you're walking around reading about these shipwrecks while there's this
giant
the biggest whale I think maybe life size.
No, it is life size because they say like this is how people get swallowed by whales so easily because it shows a full boat inside of the whale's mouth.
Yeah.
And it kind of puts it into perspective like, oh, so that is a possibility.
It's such a cool experience. It's cool just to watch visually, but then also just imagine how is this guy in the, 30s, 40s, 50s, because he was making this thing for a while.
Right.
How is he doing this? Because he also had to manually hoist all of this stuff up.
Yeah. Well, and not to like go on about it for too long, but it's cool because they have a replica of the captain's room from the Titanic. But my favorite part of House on the Rock is the gardens with all the koi ponds and everything. And actually, if you go up to the very top, you have a beautiful view of Spring Green.
Yeah.
It is. If you're going to go to House on the Rock, you got to see that view. That's the hidden gem of the place for sure.
Yep. Gavin, have you been to House on the Rock?
I have not, but
have we convinced you?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's an experience like none other. And I will say I'm hard to impress. I don't know why. I just feel like I've done a lot in my life, but I was very impressed and I loved it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
One that I did on my summer bucket list is I'm always looking for a good winery. And I was recently on a shoot in Janesville and we went to Timber Hill Winery, which is located just outside of Janesville, but it's in Milton. You drive up and it's one of those wineries you're like, I'm in Wisconsin right now. Like, this is awesome. But you drive up, you can see all the vineyards and everything, which I think is pretty unique. It really transports you. But it was one of those episodes where they're like surprising us with what to do. So you walk up, it's this big white building and they have so many seats inside, which I feel like a lot of wineries also don't have a ton of room all the time. But yeah, so we went for the shoot and then I was like, I gotta go back. So I went back on Sunday with my mom and we got this giant Bavarian pretzel. Dude, that was probably the best pretzel I've ever had in my life. And I've had them at the Chris Kindle markets and everything where it's the authentic German pretzels. This one was up there, let me tell you. They have such a wide range of wines. Also, the owner, Amanda, was so nice. She was super like educational, taught me a lot about the place. And you can do little wine tours through it. You can book it as a venue and stuff. They also had live music when I was there. Such a relaxing atmosphere. And then after that winery, we went to Stable Rock Winery in Jefferson, which is right on the river. So that was kind of just a nice way to unwind and try a different winery, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Been hitting the wineries.
Good thing to do when the weather is nice.
Yeah.
I have another one I just did. This has been on my bucket list for a while. I went to the Bristol Renaissance Fair.
That's on my bucket list too.
You got to add it to your summer bucket list.
Did you dress up?
I did dress up. So Bristol Renaissance Fair is in Bristol, Wisconsin, right on the border of Illinois, and near Kenosha.
Yep.
I would say on your way there or your way back, you may as well stop at Mars Cheese Castle.
You have to. It would be a sin not to.
So Bristol Renaissance Fair is so cool. I mean, it is a lot bigger than I expected. It's on this beautiful grounds. They have a little like pond there and kind of a swamp. It's just the perfect setting. You have people dressed up as kings and queens and wenches and fairies. And the weekend I went, it was pirate themed. And you're just taken back in time. Everyone is a character. You can be whoever you want to be at the Ren Fair. And it's surprising it took me so long to go to a Ren Fair because I grew up in theater. And so I had a friend actually performing.
Oh, really?
He did a lot of songs. He had a couple different shows. So he sang really sad songs, really funny songs. And then he was a part of a knife throwing show.
Those are so cool. I just want to go to see some of the different events they do. They do like yarn spinning to knife throwing to
comedy shows, music shows. I mean, the knife throwing, they put the knives on fire and threw them. And this is the thing. These people are so talented. The guy that was doing the knife throwing also does whip cracking. And he has several Guinness Book of World Records.
Really?
Doing whip cracking.
But
like the longest crack. The many.
I was like, what would the record be for?
I mean, I'd have to like look it up. But basically, he's a really good whip cracker.
Okay, so I hear that the turkey legs are like a big tradition at the Ren Fair. Did you get one?
I did get a turkey leg.
Was it gigantic?
It was not as big as I thought.
Bigger than the State Fair one?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I can always add this as B-roll, but let me show you a picture and you tell me if you think this turkey leg is as big as you thought.
Yeah, everyone says they're so good. My aunt and uncle go every year, and yeah, that's pretty big.
Okay.
That's pretty big, but they always go and dress up, and it's on my bucket list to go, but I'll get there sometime. I know that you can also volunteer there, which is another way to get to the Renaissance Fair if you're looking for an excuse.
Oh.
So,
yeah. I mean, I'm assuming you have to dress up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
But there's also a lot of those actors are paid actors. Yeah. That's their
100%.
job. So I would say if you go to the Ren Fair, it's just fun to walk around, get a turkey leg.
Yep.
You can also go to a jousting show. There were horses there and they were doing jousting. That honestly, in a different lifetime, still maybe in this lifetime, that could be me.
You want to be jousting?
I mean, I love horses. I grew up riding. So it was fun to watch that. I mean, the people there are so talented. It is just, you're going into a whole new world and everyone is having so much fun. Another thing I'll say, not a lot of people on their phones. I mean,
I love that.
I took a few videos, but I actually felt the pressure to not take many videos.
I feel like because there's so much entertainment, right?
It was cool. And also you're kind of living back in the older times where there were phones. So I think everyone was in character. And it was cool to be in a place where it's not all for a show and getting it on social. I mean, obviously you can take videos, but you know, sometimes nowadays when you go to a concert, everyone's on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's one of those things you just had to see for yourself, I feel like.
Yeah.
You don't want to see it on someone else's screen because then it kind of takes the experience away. I also think another way to make a day trip out of that, go down to Kenosha in the morning, go down by the lake, stop at Church and Market. They have a really cool French influence brunch and they got beignets. They have this cool like egg pizza type thing.
Oh.
It was really good when I had it, but they also have espresso martinis on tap there, which are so good.
I will say,
don't know if I'm drinking those in the morning.
I don't know. I will say for the Ren Fair in Bristol, you have until Labor Day. So Saturdays and Sundays through Labor Day, and then it's done. So when you're listening to this, you only have a couple weeks left, but it's very fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, should we talk about some of the stuff that we want to do still?
Yes. The Cabin is brought to you by the Wisconsin Counties Association, and this week we are featuring Washburn County. Tucked into the north woods of Wisconsin, Washburn County is a hidden gem with rich history and lots of adventure. The county was established in 1883 and was born out of the booming logging industry. Its story is still told in the preserved railroad depots and lumber-era architecture of the towns of Washburn County. Washburn County is a place for outdoor enthusiasts and is serious fishing territory, from muskie to bass in over 950 lakes, rivers, and streams. The county seat is Spooner. It's a hub for history buffs. You can hop aboard the Wisconsin Great Northern Railroad, the state's only moving bed and breakfast train. We're about to talk about that in this very episode. You can also dive into rail history at the Spooner Railroad Museum. If you like festivals, don't miss Spooner's Heart of the North Rodeo every year. There's also a ton of vintage markets and cozy cafes to check out. There is so much to do in Washburn County. For more, go to wicounties.org.
Celebrate the incredible products, talented producers, and amazing associations that make our state so special with Something Special from Wisconsin. This program has been a beacon of quality and authenticity since 1983, uniting nearly 500 members. When you explore the offerings under the Something Special from Wisconsin banner, you'll find a remarkable variety of products that reflect the rich agricultural heritage and craftsmanship of our state. These products are not just items on a shelf, they're a testament to the hard work and creativity of local artisans and farmers who take pride in their craft. Every product bearing the Something Special logo is a mark of quality. Something Special from Wisconsin is a trusted source for consumers seeking authentic Wisconsin-made items. The program not only highlights the diversity of local products, but also supports the local economy by encouraging consumers to choose Wisconsin-made goods. Stay connected by following Something Special from Wisconsin on social media. Connect on Facebook at Something Special Wisconsin and follow on Instagram at DATCPSSFW, filled with behind-the-scenes looks at producers and inspiration for your next local adventure. For more information about our members and to explore the full range of products available, visit somethingspecialwi.com. Okay, I have to ask you about this one because you're a Milwaukee girl, but I want to go on the Swan paddle boats in Veterans Park so bad. I haven't gone yet, and I saw that they do them at night. So if I'm planning a little date or something, where should I go for dinner before, or where should I spend the day before that?
I think if you're going to do the Swans at the park, I would say you may as well go to Harbor House. It's right there on the lake. I mean, they have a really amazing steaks and seafood. That's a classic. Ooh. I mean, it's a Milwaukee staple, and it's right there. So that's a really good spot. It's elevated. Mm-hmm. It's a little fancier. And I think that would be perfect. I mean, if you go in Milwaukee, there's so many great places. Right. I would say you could go to other options would be go to the Third Ward and go right down where there's all the shopping, because that's really fun to walk downtown.
I was just there this past weekend.
So down there you have Saffron is in the Third Ward. That's an elevated Indian spot. It's great for dates. You could also go to the Milwaukee Public Market. You have Tiki Bar. Yeah. That's a really...
We walked by it and I was like, it's 3:00 p.m. No, I can't go.
There's always people. I mean, that one pulls you in. Yeah. You also have down there, you have Onesta, you have Bevets. I mean, there's a lot of good spots.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Dorsia?
Yep. I've been to Dorsia.
That's on my bucket list.
That's a good spot. And then, you know, you're down by the lakefront. It's a perfect time to be down there. Yeah. So yeah, if you're going to do the Swans.
Yeah. So I looked it up and it's $28 to do the Swans. I think you get it for an hour, which is like,
it's not a steal.
It's not a steal, but you're on a swan pedal boat. So
yeah,
it looks cool. It looks cute. Cute picture opportunities there, and you're right on the lake, so you can't beat it. Little Lake Michigan action.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, for this next one, I want to pull up my notes so I don't get these facts wrong. One thing that's on my summer bucket list in Wisconsin is Jurassic Park.
Yes.
I think this is a hidden gem.
I think so, and it is kind of a play on Jurassic Park a little bit, too.
Yes. So this is in Marshfield. My plan is when I go on a shoot for Discover Wisconsin that maybe I can just stop there on the way back. Yeah. So Jurassic Park is a sculpture museum and garden. It's this fantasy world of creatures crafted from rusted metal. And paleontologist and artist Clyde Winia replicated creatures from the Iron Age. So we're talking 1200 BC. Yeah. And, you know, there's just these huge sculptures, all
dinosaurs.
Yeah, just these fantastical creatures you walk through. Yeah. And what I also love, his wife Nancy has a studio/shop there, and it's called the Hobbit House. So showing off her hand-blown glass and doing different like beads and flowers and sculptures and jewelry. I think it's so cute. I love when there's just a married couple that's been together forever, and they're both artists and able to do their thing.
That's so cute. I bet it's not like a super long walkthrough either. No. So you probably could do that and then go bounce and do another thing.
I think it's a perfect thing. You know, a lot of people actually come there from all over. I mean, people come there from all over the country. It's on their list. But it's also a great thing to kind of pair if you're doing a road trip and kind of stopping there, maybe stopping to see some of the other roadside attractions. Yep. I think that's also fun. On my list of roadside attractions I want to see is that potato masher.
Oh, the giant potato masher. I want to see the world's largest penny. I'm up north so much that I feel like, why have I not seen it yet?
Where is the penny?
I want to say it's in Woodruff or Minocqua,
Okay,
but
yeah.
don't quote me.
Yeah.
But speaking of up north, one of the things I haven't done yet this summer is go up north. I always go to Saint Germain every summer, and I just have not had time. So I think my dream day up there, going to Wolfpack Cafe for breakfast, right downtown Saint Germain. Best biscuits and gravy you're ever gonna have.
Okay.
They're so good.
Yeah, bold
Then-
claim.
Come for me. But then maybe going out on the kayak for a little bit on Big Saint Germain Lake. That's always fun. Or just having a little boat day. There's a little place, Sister's Saloon, that we always stop at. So we park the boat, go get a drink, come down. My grandpa drives the boat for us. It's great. But then pack some snacks for lunch or whatever. But then pull your boat up to Fibber's Bar on Big Saint Germain Lake. They have the best fish fry up north. And the owner, Rob, he's super great. He's a fishing guide. So everything there is going to be pretty good. They also have a pretty good old fashioned too. So if you're thinking of going there, you can bring the kids. They have outdoor volleyball courts and a little beach area that the kids can play on. They have an arcade in there. When I was little, fun fact, those games where you have to press the button at the right time to get the cubes to line up? I won $100 off of one of those at Fibbers. Brought it up to the bar. They're like, "You actually won?" I was like, "Yeah, now give me my money." Bought a pair of AirPods with it. But then for dessert, I'm going to Kathy's Ice Cream in Saint Germain, which is the best. I don't know if you went to any of those places when you were up there for snowmobile, but
No, I don't think I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also, like you, I haven't really been up north that much this summer.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times with Discover Wisconsin and our shooting schedule, we'll be up there. But for some reason, not as much this summer. So I also haven't done that. And
Well,
Apostle Islands
right?
as well.
The lakeshore.
There's
some
so
kayak
much.
tours in the sea caves. That is one thing that I haven't done yet that I really want to do is the sea cave kayak tours. There's escape excursions up there. She's really great. She'll drive you out there on her boat with the kayaks and everything. You go for a couple hours and it looks beautiful. So that's definitely on the bucket list too.
You have a couple more that are on your bucket list, right?
I do. Yeah. So believe it or not, still haven't been to the Dane County Farmers Market in Capitol Square. This is not very Wisconsin of me.
It's not.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
See, I'm missing out. It's every Saturday from 6:15 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. So I really have no excuse at this point. I could be going super early in the morning or later, but I think I'm scared of parking. There's just never parking on those days. But
you don't have the scooters in Madison either. I would just scooter
do
there.
they not?
You don't have the little lime scooters.
Oh, I'm kind of scared to get on those too. I told you about the time I crashed a moped, right?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah.
I love scooters.
I know you do. It's like your happy time.
It really is. I feel so free on a scooter.
But yeah, the Dane County Farmers Market, that's Saturdays through November 8th. So it goes on for a while. And I do think that would be something pretty to do in the fall too. So do it in summer, do it in fall if I can't do it in summer, The other one I have is the Door County Wine Trolleys.
Oh, nice.
I still haven't done that. I've been to Door County however many times, but the one I was reading of, it does the 3 top wineries. Didn't list which wineries, but I'm assuming it's like Lautenbach, Store 44, those ones. But with that, you get a chef-prepared lunch and dessert, and it's a full day of just going to see these wineries. I know they have them where you do distilleries and breweries along with the winery, but it looks pretty cool. And also, just thinking ahead, they have a winter wine trolley and sleigh ride.
Oh,
or
that's
wine
fun.
visit.
Yep.
So
where the horses actually take you out.
Yeah. So I was like, that sounds so fun.
Mm-hmm.
But Door County, obviously beautiful all times of year, but summer is prime time there. That's when you're going to get the most tourists and visitors.
Yeah. Well, I was looking on our very own Discover Wisconsin website for some other suggestions. So I'm just going to read these off. And if you're planning your summer bucket list or even kind of going into the fall, these are some options. Some of these, well, I'll read it and you can react to it, Megan. Catch a muskie on the world's largest chain of freshwater lakes in Vilas County.
Okay, but how likely are we to be catching muskies? Because I feel like people who go muskie fishing, come on.
I don't at least attempt to catch a muskie.
Am I going to be sitting out there all day and getting mad at myself.
I would like to go
probably.
fishing before the summer's over.
True. That's one thing I would add to my St. Germain trip too.
Here's another one. Hop on a bike and ride along the Elroy Sparta Trail. Eric Paulson was just telling us about that.
Yep.
Biking's my new personality after I did this bike race in Milwaukee. So
It hurts me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't sit on that seat for too long.
Gavin, you can also chime in if any of these speak to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stay away from the bikes. I think.
Yeah. Okay. On the list was also the kayak, the Apostle Island Sea Caves. Take a hot air balloon ride over Lake Geneva.
Ooh, I would love to do that. Actually, at Timber Hill Winery, she was telling me how they're going to try to do a hot air balloon ride over their vineyard.
Ooh.
So I was like, count me in.
That's cool. I mean, I've done a hot air balloon ride in California, but I knew that you could do it here, but I just didn't know where. So it's kind of cool to.
It's got to be a pretty view in Lake Geneva.
Also in Lake Geneva, there's that safari.
Oh, sure. Do they? Is that the drive-up safari? Do they have that where you can feed them? I see those videos on TikTok, and I'm like, this would be hilarious. I really want to go with Steven.
Yeah, when you see the ostrich
and it's
attack
like
you through.
you.
On this list, also hike your way through Devil's Lake State Park. I highly recommend. Explore Big Manitou Falls, Wisconsin's tallest waterfall. I feel like we talk about waterfalls a lot on here. I will say it's great for a summer bucket list, though.
Yeah.
You have Marinette County is the waterfall capital of Wisconsin, and they have a lot of wonderful waterfalls. You have Potato Falls. You have the Big Manitou Falls, which is 165 feet. Copper Falls. There's a lot of cool waterfalls in Wisconsin. People don't always know about that.
And the ones that you can swim in them are nice too, but make sure you look up which ones those are.
Yeah, there was one I saw that I thought were really cool. Oh, Cascade Falls.
Where's that?
So that is in Osceola, 25-foot waterfall on the St. Croix River. And seeing videos, it looks really beautiful.
Yeah, I bet. Another one I did want to mention are the Mitchell Park domes in Milwaukee. They're these giant greenhouses essentially that have all these exotic plants and flowers, but those are open daily. And Thursdays you can go for just $5.
Oh,
so
nice.
There's a little steal for you.
Yeah, if you don't want to spend the money on the swans,
right?
Expensive swans,
go to the Mitchell Park domes, and it's a horticulture conservatory too. So.
Okay. And then here's a couple more from the website. We have climb to the top of Wisconsin's highest natural point at Timms Hill in Price County.
Oh, yeah.
That's 1,951 feet. So that's 23 miles west of Tomahawk. That's the highest point in Wisconsin.
Wow.
Go on a shipwreck tour off the Lake Michigan coastline near Manitowoc. We might be talking about shipwrecks soon on the cabin because that's just really interesting.
Yes.
Let's see. Set sail on Lake Superior. Go spelunking at Cave of the Mounds.
Sorry, what?
Spelunking.
Well, what's that?
It means exploring caves.
Spelunking.
Tom Cruise's favorite pastime.
Spelunking.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
It's spelled S-P-E-L-U-N-K-I. Spelunking.
Spelunking. I do want to go to Cave of the Mounds and do one of their little fun nights when they have music in there or something.
And then kind of looking forward, maybe end of September, you could always do a Cranberry Marsh tour. Cranberry is very popular in Wisconsin. So, another one I found. Okay, the country's only bed and breakfast train is in Wisconsin.
Yeah, and I need to go on it.
So it's called the Spooner Train Ride. It's part of the Wisconsin Great Northern Railroad. And it's from May 6th through December 21st. So there's different themes. You can do like a family pizza train. You can do a wine and cheese train ride. You can do a bed and breakfast train ride. And you can do like a romantic getaway. I always love though when Wisconsin is put on the map for that way. It's always very niche, right?
Yeah.
But it's apparently America's only moving bed and breakfast train, which I think is kind of cool.
I think we should do like a cabin on the road trip to that.
That would be cool. We wake up on the moving train, get some breakfast.
Good morning, cabin listeners.
Yeah, so I think that gives a
pretty wide variety of stuff for our friends to do. So.
Yeah, so that's a kind of good summer bucket list, kind of planning end of summer into fall. And then if you missed doing some of these things this summer, always good to plan ahead.
Gavin, did we miss anything?
I always like to go to a Brewer game just because you have to. But I snuck away with my friends to Nashotah Beach quite a few times, which is like I forget the city, but it's pretty far east from Green Bay, and it's like nice, calm, nobody there.
Nice.
Go at night and you can't see any lights. There's no light pollution because it's over the Great
Oh,
Lakes.
a little
so,
hidden gem.
yeah.
Amazing.
There
Yeah,
go.
we actually just went to a Brewers game, so you probably
Yeah.
listened to our podcast on that. All right, I guess that's it. I will
Yeah.
say, if you're listening to us right now, thank you so much.
Yeah.
If you're only listening to the audio or the YouTube and you don't follow us on social media, make sure to give us a follow. We like to clip out things. We'll add B-roll to that, so it kind of gives more of a visual too. So follow us at The Cabin
Yeah.
Podcast on all social media platforms.
Yep, we kind of just break down the little day trips on there, funny moments, other things to do, hidden gems in Wisconsin. So if you ever don't want to listen to the full podcast, which I don't know why you would be doing that.
If you're listening
But-
this long into this episode, I feel like you are.
I feel
yeah,
like
you're a listener.
You're a listener, so thank you for being here.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're ever just wanting to see just those clips, you can follow us at The Cabin Pod on Instagram, at The Cabin Podcast on TikTok and Facebook as well.
And message us and give us your suggestions for topics. I mean, we're down to cover anything.
yeah.
So anything that you find fascinating, slide in our DMs, let us
Yeah.
know, and we'll cover it on the podcast.
Yeah, or if there's a guest that you really want to see
Yeah.
on, we can try to get them too. So also don't forget, we do have an option for you guys to leave us a voicemail if you want. It's in our Instagram bio, so you just have to click the little link there and it'll take you to a little page to leave us a voicemail.
Yeah.
But I think that's all we have for today.
That's all we got.
Well, thanks for being here, cabin listeners, and we'll see you next week.
Bye. Are you ready to make your next event unforgettable? It's as easy as going to the city of Oak Creek. It's the perfect place to settle in and step out. Located right along I-94, just minutes from the airport and nestled along the shores of Lake Michigan, Oak Creek is the perfect place for small meetings and group events. We've got plenty of hotel rooms, unique meeting spaces, fabulous dining options, and there's always something fun happening in Drexel Town Square. It's the ideal spot for your next event. Want to know more? Just go to visit oakcreek.com/OC meetings.
Enbridge actively invests in projects that foster job creation and contribute to Wisconsin's economy. The Line 5 segment relocation project will create 700 family-supporting union jobs and generate over $100 million in construction-related local spending. That's in addition to $35 million in annual property taxes and more than $27 million in total wages paid Wisconsin-based employees. Enbridge is allocating $46 million in project spending work with Native American-owned businesses and training and hiring tribal members for at least 10% of the Line 5 construction workforce. Learn more at enbridge.com/L5WIS. Today's episode of The Cabin was hosted by Andrea Belke and Megan Christian and produced by Andrea Belke. Audio engineering and video teasers by Nick Cardarella and Megan Christian, with social media by Megan Christian. Production support by Gavin McLean. The Cabin is a production brought to you by Discover MediaWorks. To learn more, head to discovermediaworks.com and don't forget to leave a review.